Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Luke Ness Monster. Today, we do have some Star Wars-y Black Series reveals to go over from Hasbro's panel at San Diego Comic-Con. Overall, I have mixed emotions about it. There are some figures that were revealed that I absolutely love, and there are some figures that were revealed that I could care less for, and I don't really like at all, to be honest. But we're going to go ahead and get into all the reveals in just a second. If you are new to the channel, make sure to go down, hit that like button, and subscribe, because we're actually going to be giving away this Mando build-up pack because we hit 7,000 subscribers. I do want to thank you guys for all the support. It means the world to me, and thank you guys for 7K. It's really amazing. And yeah, so if you do want to enter in that giveaway, there's still 5 days left to enter. You do have to be subbed to the channel though, so make sure you go down, hit the like button, and subscribe. And then make sure to go check out my giveaway video. It'll be pinned in the card right now and linked in the description. You do have to comment on that video to enter. And then I believe 5 days from today, next Wednesday, I will pick a random comment from the comment section to win the giveaway. There's international shipping as well, so like I said, make sure to make that. So yeah, like I said, make sure to go down, hit that like button, and subscribe so you don't miss out. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get right into the news. First up, there were 5 Mandalorian reveals, and some of these figures are pretty good, some of them I don't care for. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. First up is a single release of Grogu in the main line. This figure is a part of Wave 34, and it's an interesting figure. It is a brand new sculpt for Grogu, which is pretty cool. I'm glad we're getting a new sculpt for him. It would have been kind of weird for them just to repack an old Grogu. So it's nice to get a new sculpt for him. This is a cool one of him actually in like a sitting pose. We haven't really got a sitting pose Grogu yet. So it's nice to see that. And then it does have a repainted pram. The pram is reuse, it looks like, from the Muddy Mando build-up pack, but it is repainted to be for Season 2, according to the designer. So yeah, that is pretty cool. I do like the addition of the pram. And honestly, I do think that this figure should have gotten a release with the pram a whole lot sooner than today, but it is what it is. It also does come with all of the accessories with like the knob, the frog, and the cup, all that the original Grogu had. And then it also does come with a few extra accessories. I do believe it comes with like a sleeve of the cookies that that Grogu was chomping down on in Season 2. And then it also does come with the like Mandalorian necklace. Those are 2 pretty cool accessories. But like I said, I just think that the demand for a Grogu like this, especially with the pram, is just kind of come and gone. Anybody who really wanted a Grogu and pram could have got this figure and the pram in several sets before. Could have gotten the first Mando build-up pack or the Muddy Mando build-up pack. So like I said, I just feel like the demand for this is not there, and that it'll peg warm quite a bit. So yeah, we'll have to see. If I see it in stores, I'll probably end up picking it up, but I would not be surprised if this figure peg warms a lot. The next reveal is actually a Migs Mayfeld from Season 1. Now, this is one of my favorite figures that was revealed. I really do like Migs Mayfeld's character from Season 1, and it's nice to see him finally get that in figure form. I do think the Season 2, like Migs Mayfeld, it's a better character, better version of the character, but the actual figure itself just kind of sucks. It's just Migs' head on a Stormtrooper body. And, it doesn't really get the job done. It doesn't really scream Migs Mayfeld. So it's nice to get, like, his actual outfit that you see in the show, especially from Season 1. So it's nice to see that. And, yeah, overall, a pretty cool looking figure. The next 2 Mandalorian figures that were revealed are actually in plastic repackaging, which is kind of a shame. But first up is the Droid HK87. This figure is one that I didn't recognize at first, but this is actually the droid from the I guess it's like the kind of the security droid from the Ahsoka episode of Mandalorian Season 2. And it's an interesting figure. It's one of those that I don't really care that much about. I mean, I guess it's cool to have Ahsoka fight it and everything, but it's also one of those figures that I see Hasbro make this, and I immediately think, this body is almost identical to the Republic security droid, and so they chose to make this figure because they know it'd be a cheap and easy repaint. Obviously, there's a few new pieces here and there, but it's by no means a new sculpt, and, it's a cool figure. I just don't really care that much about it. So, if that's something you're into, you want this figure, go for it, you do you, but it's just not one that I personally care that much about. Overall, it does look really good, though. Next up with the plastic repackaging is actually Mandalorian Luke Skywalker. We saw this figure coming. It was pipelined a little while back, and it's finally nice to see this figure in hand. This is a brand new Luke Skywalker mold, head to toe. So this was actually the version of Luke Skywalker that they were going to release with the Rancor, and then the Rancor didn't get funded, so it looks like they are repacking it in the Mandalorian packaging, obviously with a new few pieces like the robe to go and fit Mandalorian Season 2. But yeah, it's really cool. It does look like it has pinless joints. They also did mention that the hair sculpt is like a different mold to the face, and so the paint is right on that, and that's pretty cool. Overall, it looks really, really good, and yeah, it's nice to get another version of Luke. And so if you don't have a I don't know what to call it, Jedi Knight Luke, this is a great way to get one, and he looks awesome too. So I wouldn't be surprised if this figure does get re-released in the 40th anniversary packaging next year, but this is a good first way to get it. And yeah, overall, I'm kind of digging the plastic-free packaging here. I think it looks sleek and it looks pretty good. I know there's obviously, like I said, the problems with inbox collecting. There's the problems with quality control and everything like that. But for the packaging itself, I do like the packaging. It does look pretty clean. There was one more Mandalorian figure revealed. This one was actually a few hours after the panel. I don't know why they didn't reveal it at the panel, but they didn't seem to do that. It's actually Axe Wolves, which is pretty cool. I'm really glad they decided to reveal this one. It's been rumored for quite a while, and it's about time that we got some photos of him. And yeah, he's, I guess, the last one of the, I guess, Night Owl Mandalorians from Mando Season 2, so it's nice to get him in the line. He looks pretty good overall. He does look like mostly reuse from the Mandalorian Death Watch Trooper, but I mean, the armor is pretty much identical anyway, so I understand why they did reuse a lot of stuff, because there's no reason not to reuse it. So yeah, pretty cool overall, and that is most of the Mandalorian figures that were revealed. But I did say most, and that's because we actually did get 6 more Mandalorian figures revealed, but these weren't mainline wave figures. These are credit collection figures. Yeah, credit collection figures. I don't know. I mean, I don't have anything against the credit collection, but it's just kind of pointless in my opinion, and I have everything against it. Okay, I want to make it clear that was a joke, but all kidding aside, it just seems kind of pointless to me. The credit collection, when the wave first came out, was a cool idea, but since then, it's just kind of turned into them taking the base figure and just adding random color splotches to it. Because like originally when the first Mandalorian like credit collection came out, the end credits didn't look like the actual characters because they were original concept arts and concept designs and stuff like that. So the Mandalorian in the original credit collection didn't look like the Mandalorian we actually got in the show. And so that was a cool idea. But now in all of like the season 2 and I guess eventually season 3, all of those end credits actually are based off of the characters from season 1, and so because of that, most of the colors, most of the design of the figures are all pretty much identical to what we got in the show, and so it's hard to make figures based off of that without making them dumb. Anyway, I'm going to try to go through these pretty quick. First up, we do have another version of the Mandalorian. I mean, it's just like, it looks like a muddy version of the Beskar Mandalorian. It's kind of cool, I guess. Just has some random silver helmet and silver jetpack. It is what it is. I think it's a good way to get a version of the Mandalorian if you still want one, but it's definitely not screen accurate at all. Card back looks nice, though. I do think the Mandalorian is one of the better versions of the credit collection figures that we've gotten so far, because I do think a lot of these other ones coming up are not the best. Another one that is not bad is actually Boba Fett. This is him in his Tython outfit, or basically just like the robes. And it's very similar to what we originally got, but it's more of like a reddish robe color than a brown robe color. I mean, that's alright, kind of cool. I don't know. My only problem with this one is the card back kind of sucks, and that's because the concept art they base it off of is Boba standing like back to the camera. And so you have this like nice looking figure in the bubble, and then the card back is just like the back of Boba Fett, and like you can barely see any of him, so it's just kind of weird. Another one that's not that bad is the Tescan Raider. This one is pretty cool, actually. I think you could totally buy this Tescan Raider and throw it in with some of your other ones, and it would fit in pretty well. It's not that different, but it's different enough to add some diversity to your Tescan Raiders if that's what you'd like. So that's pretty cool. I really like the Tescan Raider here. Next up is actually Ahsoka. This one I have mixed emotions about, and yeah, because like I said, the concept art is so similar to the actual version of Ahsoka that we got. It's just like, what's the point of making it? The biggest difference is that they gave her blue lightsabers. In the concept art, the lightsabers, like, blue color is very, very vibrant and very prevalent. But then in the figure, the blue's, like, barely even there in the actual lightsaber blade. So it's kind of one of those, like, the entire point of this is adding random colors to these figures, and then you didn't do it where it counted the most. But then her outfit does have this weird, like, bluish tint to it, which is, I mean, I guess it's different than the original version. But yeah, just kind of weird. I don't know. And then these last two, I like just absolutely hate. I don't like any of these or anything about these. First up is the Dark Trooper. This one literally looks like the Easter Bunny threw up on the Dark Trooper. It looks like they just took the normal Dark Trooper figure and then got random spray paints and just started spray painting this figure. Like, it just looks really bad. I don't know. I don't understand why. I don't know. And then Bo-Katan is a little strange as well. Hers isn't as much random paint as it is them just like painting her armpits yellow. This is because, of course, in the concept art, she does have the jetpack, and it's like the glow from the jetpack. And so where you see the glow is like under her armpits. But so what they did in the figure is they just pretty much took the normal Bo-Katan figure, darkened it a little bit, and then painted her armpits yellow. And it just looks really dumb. I don't know. I don't know. It just surprises me that this is the largest wave of credit collection we've got so far, with a total of 6 figures. It's just kind of crazy in my opinion. And I still can find all the second wave credit collection, even some of the first wave credit collection figures at some of my like fan channel stores, kind of like a FYE or a GameStop that actually carry those kind of figures. I still find those. I know my GameStop is full pegs of Grief Kargas and I want to say the Armorer part of the credit collection. It's just kind of frustrating because I don't really care about them and they're just taking up peg space. Anyway, moving on, we do have 2 Halloween figures that were revealed. And again, I have kind of mixed emotions about it. It's a cool idea, and I think this is great for anybody who like super wants holiday version of the figures. And yeah, I don't think it's a terrible idea. We actually did end up getting a like skeleton clone trooper. This one's pretty cool in my opinion. I actually really like this one. I think it's like a like I said, just kind of like a skeleton clone trooper. It comes with like a little crate, some like looks like Beskar ingots, and then a porg of some kind. You know, pretty cool figure overall. I think the biggest thing that they missed out on here is, though, it's like they named it like Clone Trooper Halloween style or something like that. They could have named it the Skull Trooper or the Death Trooper, and they chose like Clone Trooper Holiday or like Halloween or something. Like they totally ruined the name there, and I don't know what they were I don't know what they were doing. Second one is actually a Werewolf Wookie. I don't know how I feel about this one. This one is just kind of weird in my opinion. They pretty much took the Black Chrysanthemum body and then gave it a new head. And then I see that and I think, why didn't you make a new head for Black Chrysanthemum? Because he's the one that really needed a new head. But you know, it is what it is. I feel like it's the only way you can actually reuse that Black Chrysanthemum shoulder pads without making a brand new mold. So you know, it's not the end of the world. And I don't know. It's interesting. But I absolutely love the packaging with these. I think the plastic-free packaging works super well with these. Instead of having the mural artwork on the side, they have like this weird hologram, and it looks super cool. I actually wish they would step away from the mural art and do this for every like figure box, because it looks really, really good. And so yeah, I think the Halloween boxes and everything came out perfectly. But you know, I have mixed emotions about the figures. I think the biggest question is if we're even going to see these figures at all, because originally the second wave of holiday, like Christmas figures, didn't even hit stores. I think they were maybe seen in one store and then like never heard about again. And so I don't know if they're saving those for next Christmas or if they just got canceled altogether. But like I said, they just kind of didn't show up. And so maybe this will happen for these Halloween figures too. I do believe that the Clone Trooper is a Target exclusive, and they did say that it would not have any pre-order. It would just start showing up in stores. Is a bummer, but yeah, hopefully it's available in stores enough to where anybody wants it can find it. We did get 2 Gaming Greats figures revealed, and I'm pretty happy with them. First up is the like Imperial security droid. This one is basically like the droid, of course, from Rogue One. And it's a pretty cool looking figure. He does have the Riot Baton backpack and a Riot Baton. So, you know, it's a different version of the droid. And I really do like that they're changing it up a little bit. And it's one of those, if I see it on sale, I might pick it up. But it's not one that I plan on pre-ordering. Cool figure, but it's just one of those that it's not a super like huge necessity for me. But the second figure that they did reveal is really cool. And I'd love to see how it fits into the new game. Of course, it's actually a B1 battle droid. Obviously, this game takes place 10 years after the prequels, so it's kind of weird how a B1 battle droid will fit into the story, but I'd love to see it because I think the figure looks really, really cool. So like I said, I think I'd have to play the game to see how the B1 battle droid fits into the game and the story. Is he going to be like a bad guy, like kind of like a Stormtrooper villain? Or is it going to be a good guy somehow, like a reprogrammed battle droid? We don't really know, and I'd like to see more about it in the game, but, overall it looks pretty good, and I do love the color scheme of it. And again, these ones are plastic free, and I don't think it looks that bad. I think it looks alright. We'll have to see. I think the color scheme's alright. I do think like the orange, like Mandalorian color scheme so far looks the best when it comes to plastic free, but the gaming grades isn't bad. We did get some pipeline reveals. These are pretty exciting, so first up we're going to go over the mainline wave pipeline reveals. First up, we do have Ki-Adi-Mundi. Awesome figure. We've been expecting this one for a while, and it's nice to get official confirmation. It looks like we do have another release of the Mandalorian. This one looks like it will have the Dark Saber. So we don't know if this one's going to be in like Mando Season 3 packaging, or maybe it'll be in Book of Boba Fett packaging. We'll have to see, but I'd like to see what they can do with it. And like I said, any Mando figure with the Dark Saber is going to sell, so that one would be pretty cool, I think. And then this one's the most exciting one in my opinion, and it's actually a brand new sculpt for Black Chrysanthemum in the Book of Boba Fett packaging. This one is much needed, and I'm glad they finally listened to fans, because I know a lot of people were really upset with the comic book version of him. So yeah, it's nice to see that they're going to go out of their way and make a correct version for the Book of Boba Fett. So yeah, pretty excited about that one. Then we did get 3 slides for the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi. All these figures were pipelined. Some of these are good choices, and some of them are just, what? You chose that? And you will know exactly what that figure is whenever I get to it. Some of you guys are probably already guessing what it is. But anyway, looking at the first slide, we do have Endor Han, Endor Leia, Lando. That's the one I'm talking about. I love Lando and I love his character, and all of his figures are really good. But he peg warms so bad. And this is Skiff Guard Lando, which literally just got an archive release. So there's going to be 2 different versions of Skiff Guard Lando on shelves at the exact same time. Plus, the other version of Lando, General Lando, is still on shelves from like last year. And so there's going to be like 3 different versions of Lando on shelves all at once. And if you live like anywhere near me, the Empire Strikes Back Lando is still on shelves. So there's going to be 4 Landos on the shelves, completely filling the pegs. I don't know. Like I said, I love Lando and I love his character, but I feel like Hasbro's got to take the hint and see that Lando just doesn't sell. But the bottom 2 figures on this slide are really, really exciting. We do have the Scout Trooper, which hasn't had a Return of the Jedi release ever since the Archive Wave back in 2019. So it has been quite a while since we've got him released, and it's going to be really nice to get him on that Return of the Jedi packaging. So yeah, really excited about the Scout Trooper. Hopefully we do get him packed in with a speeder bike maybe later in 2023. And then we also do have Wicket. This one is going to be a brand new figure, and it looks like it's going to be making its first appearance on that 40th anniversary card back, which is super cool. Really glad we're getting Wicket. I do love the Ewoks. Now looking at the second slide, we do actually have another 5 figures here, and this one's actually pretty good. This one's not that bad. This one is starting off with the Stormtrooper. The Stormtrooper's awesome. You got to get Stormtroopers on the shelves, and I'm glad they're getting another release of those. It's one of those things like, have multiple Stormtroopers released at once, because they're army builders. You're going to buy 2, 3, 4 Stormtroopers. You're not going to buy 2, 3, 4 Landos. So yeah, I'm really happy about that one, and it's going to look really good on the Return of the Jedi card. After that is a re-release of Tebow. Tebow is a Ewok we already got. He's, I believe, one of the only Ewoks we got. So it's nice to see him getting a re-release. I'm not too upset about that one. We also do have Chewbacca. This one I have mixed emotions about. If they make a new mold for him, I'm totally down, because I do think Chewbacca is in desperate need for a new mold. But if they're just going to re-release the Chewbacca that we've been getting for years, it's one of those, he's getting an archive release this year as well. So it's one of those, does he need to be on shelves with 2 different figures at the same time? Like I said, time will tell. We'll have to see, but I'm not too upset about it. Then we also do have Bib Fortuna. This is another one, like I said, that just got a release in, actually it was the beginning of 2022. So this one didn't stay on shelves for very long, so like I said, I'm not too upset about him getting a re-release, but again, he's one of those figures, like, I think he'll peg warm just because anybody who wanted him probably already had a chance to get him. So, solid figure, solid choice, but I think he might peg warm just a little bit. And then we also do have the Emperor. I think this is along the same lines as before. Emperor's great. I think he's an awesome figure. But like I said, he just got an archive release, like, literally this year, and he's already getting another release on the 40th Empire or 40th Return of the Jedi card. Not the end of the world, like I said, but I do feel like anybody who really wanted him already had a chance to get him, so he might pegworm as well. We'll have to see. Emperor is a little different because Emperor is actually pretty popular. I do think, though, which would be in Hasbro's greatest interest, would be to re-release the Empire and Emperor and Throne set, and then get that throne back into circulation, because I know there's a lot of people that really want the Emperor with his throne, and, you know, what a better time to re-release that than right now. And then these last two I have mixed emotions about. We do have Boba Fett. This one, again, I've mixed emotions about, and that's just because we just got the Return of the Jedi Boba Fett. I believe this one would have been a little over a year ago now, but the thing with this figure, it was a deluxe figure that came with a ton of accessories, which was super, super awesome. But then what they're going to do with this figure is they're going to repack this figure, call it a deluxe figure, but not give it any of his extra accessories, and it's going to cost more. It's going to cost probably $35, and it's going to come with less accessories than the original one. That's my biggest problem with it. Don't get me wrong, I think it's great to get this Boba Fett back into circulation because it is by far the best Boba Fett, but the price, like them raising the price and then dropping the accessories, is just very frustrating. And then this last one is very exciting, though, because I know a lot of people have been asking for it for quite a while, and that's the Endor Rebel Trooper. I think what they're going to do is kind of like what they did with the Hoth Rebel Trooper, and they're going to give it the ability to switch out the face and the helmet and everything like that to give it some diversity, so if you want to army build it, you can. Super cool and all down for that. I think it's going to be pretty awesome. And yeah, Endor Rebel Trooper is pretty cool. Then last up is the Forcefx Elite Darth Vader Saber. This one we saw coming. This one actually got leaked early. This one got leaked about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and we already saw images of it. So it's not that surprising, and I'm not going to cover it too much because we already saw the leaked images. But here it is if you did not know about it. Pretty cool, and I actually am a huge fan of this lightsaber, so if you are interested in all, I definitely say go for it because I'm a big fan of the Hasbro Forcefx Elite Sabers. And then last up, I do want to mention this, and it's just kind of like take it with a grain of salt, but Hasbro did reveal their retro collection figures today, and in them is a R2-D2 and C-3PO, and they actually gave it the VAC metal paint apps, which have not been seen on Hasbro figures in a very, very long time, and this just gets very, very shady with me. I'm going to make an entire video talking about it, but like this is what we wanted with the carbonized line. Don't give us like the weird like off-colored paint apps. Give us shiny VAC metal paint apps. Give us a VAC metal Mandalorian. Give us a VAC metal C-3PO. Stuff like that. Make it shiny, make it look like metal, and yeah, that's what we want. But anyway, I'm going to make an entire video dedicated to that a little bit later. But anyway, that's going to do for the video. If you did enjoy, that like button and subscribe, and comment down below what you guys think of today's reveals. Like I said, I have mixed emotions. There's figures I like and figures I don't, but I want to know what you guys think. Comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.